And Father, you have said we can ask you for all things, and so we do. And we now ask you to be with us as we go through this meeting. Let the decisions we make and things we discuss be pleasing to you. In the precious name of Jesus, we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Let us now repeat together our pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. We'll ask the clerk to administer the roll call.
Alderwoman Hall. Alderman Frazier. Alderwoman Smith. Here. Alderwoman Irving. Alderman Davis.
Here.
Alderman Maroney. Mr. Mayor, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Would someone call Alderman Maroney? He may be able to participate by phone. He is on his way, he informed me. I want to just make sure everyone knows we called this special call meeting before we knew that the football game would be going on today. So we hope we won't keep everyone. It's not every day that a Mississippi team is in the final playoffs for a national champion. That's a big deal. But I do want to say the reason we're having to have this meeting today is because our midwinter municipal conference starts at noon Tuesday in Jackson. And I believe a majority of us are attending that important conference. I know I have a legislative committee meeting Tuesday at 11 a.m. So it's important that we get this done so that we can get vendors paid and we can get some other important items taken care of. With that, Madam Clerk, I'll call on you to present the minutes.
Yes, we have one set of minutes for approval this evening. It's going to be the regular board meeting held on December 9th, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
We'll ask for discussion. We'll call for the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes have it. Motion carries. That was Alderwoman Smith making the motion and Alderman Davis seconding it. And let the record show that Alderman Maroney is present by way of telephone. Next item, we have Department Director reports. Mr. Johnston, we will now recognize you. Good afternoon.
I'll be brief.
Okay.
I did put an updated report with detail at the respective desks about 3 o'clock. I meant to put Natchez Civic Center. My bad on that. Natchez Civic Center. Replacement of roofing system. Bids for the replacement of the roofing system were received at 10 o'clock a.m. On Thursday, January 8th. That was earlier. Oh, sorry.
Since he's on there, it's hard to hear.
Natchez Civic Center. Replacement of roofing system. Bids for the replacement of the roofing system will receive until 10 o'clock a.m. on Thursday, January 8th, 2026, which was earlier today. A summary of the bids received are as follows. And we received 10 bids. They are placed at your respective desks for you to look at. Any questions so far?
Independent roofing is clearly the lowest bid.
Right.
$99,000.
So staff in concert with Waycaster Duncan is requesting a motion to accept the bid of Independent Roofing Systems totaling $99,000. Pleasure of the board.
So moved.
Motion made by Alderman Davis,
Second.
seconded by Alderwoman Smith. Discussion?
Give me that price.
Yes.
I just need the price.
Yes, Alderman Frazier, $99,000.
$99,000.
And if you look up on the screen, we also have a presentation that will show all of the bids. And I'm also noting that they had not only the lowest bid, but the shortest timeline, and they have already proven to be a great company servicing the city of Natchez. Did City Hall a couple years ago.
City Hall, auditorium, convention center, and maybe even this building.
Very grateful. I'll call for the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Next item.
Canal at Homachita Street Milling and Overlay Project, Volker Engineering Agreement, Supplemental Agreement number 1. Staff, Dollar, and myself is requesting a motion to approve Supplemental Agreement number 1 with Volker to continue to provide professional services for this milling and overlay project. The increased fee associated with the SA number 1 totals an amount not to exceed $48,880.37. The existing contract totals $86,909.38, paid to date $84,909.38, and includes services provided by Volker for the microseal work as well as this milling and overlay project. The purpose of essay number 1 is to oversee the additional agreed upon work by Thibault Construction. Pleasure of the board.
So moved.
Motion made by Alderwoman Smith, seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion? And I will say, we are making good progress in working with Theobald, and we are very excited that we will see some improvements to the project coming soon. Some very important repair items that were requested a while back that are going to be taken care of. Thus, the extended relationship needed with Volker. We'll call for the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Aye. All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Johnston. Mr. Porter, you're recognized.
Good afternoon, Mayor.
Good
Alderman and Woman.
Good afternoon.
I'm going to make this really short and sweet, because I'm going to have to ask that we please table these items until the next board meeting.
Oh, certainly. We had no problem doing that.
Okay?
I understand there is a
that's it?
little more discussion needed.
Correct.
No problem. There is no action needed by the board.
No action this time.
I'm just making a note, no action. Please put them on the next board agenda.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay? All right. And Alderman, if you have any questions about this bike trail project being done at Duncan Park, it's an exciting project, please reach out to Mr. Porter between now and our next meeting, which will be that last meeting of the month. The next, we have Mr. Lewis Davis, and we also have Ms. Carla Monroe. It's good to see both of you. You're recognized.
Good evening, Mayor and Board.
Good evening.
Happy New Year.
It's that time of the year again. We're requesting, the Executive Director is requesting authorization to apply to the Mississippi Department of Transportation for the 5311 Rural Area Transportation Grant Fund for 2026 through 2027. And that the mayor, the city attorney, city clerk, and the executive director be allowed to sign necessary documents related to the proposal.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderwoman Smith, seconded by Alderman Davis. We'll have discussion. I've got to say, I want to commend you on the fine work you've done, getting the grant last year, having a great year. Now we're applying for another grant, keeping the departments running. We just couldn't be more proud of both departments and both of you as directors. I do have
Thank
one request. The downtown trolley is becoming popular. And if there's any opportunity to write into the grant more funding for the trolley program, we would really appreciate that.
We absolutely try.
All right. I know we can't guarantee it, but we can try.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. Do we have any further discussion? We'll call for the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Next item.
Okay, this is for the senior center. The executive director is requesting authorization to apply to the Mississippi Department of Transportation for 5310 Elderly and Person with Disabilities Grant Funds for the 2026 through 2027. And that the mayor, the city attorney, city clerk, and executive director be allowed to sign necessary documents related to the proposal.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderwoman Smith, seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion? We'll call for the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Monroe. Next, we have the police department. We have with us Commander Justin Jones representing the police chief, who is not available to attend today due to a prior arrangement. We are so glad to see you, Commander Jones. I want to just say publicly, thank you for always being there.
No problem.
Over the holiday weekends here recently, anytime, we've reached out, you are immediate to respond, and we really appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Commander, you're recognized.
Chief would like to request for approval for 3 officers to attend CIT training in Vicksburg, Mississippi from January 12th through January 16th. This training is free and is put on by United Way Organization of Central Mississippi.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderwoman Smith and seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion. We'll call for the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries.
We would also like to request approval for 1 officer to attend Mississippi A-Ride class in South Haven, Mississippi from March 24th to the 25th. This class is also free.
That's
So
great.
moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderwoman Smith, seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion. We'll call for the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries.
Thank you, sir.
Commander Jones, that was easy.
Thank you, Mayor and Board.
Thank you.
We rolling.
Thank you. City official reports. Alderwoman Hall is unable to attend today, under the weather today, and just keep her in your prayers. Alderman Frazier.
Yes, mine's very short and to the point. I would just like to say that we had a very, very safe holiday, Christmas, New Year, and I think we. As I say, I just want to, think that we had a good holiday, and we didn't have any kind of major events that disrupt our citizens. So, thank you to the citizens of Natchez for being aware of what's going on in our community. Like I said, the only thing we probably had is major accidents, some accidents and stuff. Other than that, as a city, we did pretty good.
We did.
Yes, ma'am.
A great start to a new year.
I'm in.
Thank you, Alderman Frazier. Alderwoman Smith,
Just Happy New Year.
Happy New
And hotty
Year.
toddy.
And hotty. You spell that with two. All right, thank you.
She just want to say one thing, other thing.
Yes.
Go Ole Miss.
We all,
The Rebs will go home.
we all are pulling for the Rebs today. All right. Next, we have Alderman Davis for your report.
Everybody, welcome back. Glad to see everybody made it through the holiday season. And I attended the workforce development graduation. They had 13 people graduated yesterday.
It's
It
wonderful.
was a nice event. That ends my report.
Oh, a great one. Thank you so much. Let the record show Alderwoman Irving is present, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to
Alderwoman
everyone.
Irving, you're just in time to give your report.
So we're doing it backwards. Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to begin by saying Happy New Year to everyone. And it's good to see everyone
Good to see you.
doing well. Here's a few announcements, so bear with me just a second, please. Okay, had a few announcements here.
Let's see, Curtis.
One is going to be the MLK parade, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. parade. That's going to be Monday, January 19th. Participants are to line up at the Bluff at 2 p.m. The parade starts at 3 p.m. The Grand Marshal will be Miss Jackie Posey. And they will also have float contest. So there's a first through fifth place award. Okay. And for entry fees, $60 per float and unlimited vehicles. And $10 per vehicle. Okay. And that ends my report.
Okay. Thank you, Alderwoman.
Okay.
Alderman Maroney, your report.
No report today.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. Wow, the bar has been set. So, Madam Clerk, we now go to you.
Well, I'm going to try to keep it just as short.
Okay.
Got first item is a request for approval of the 1st January 2026 claims docket.
What is the
So
pleasure?
moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Smith, seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I was just gonna
Alderwoman
ask,
Irving?
this is a really short, claims docket, and I see this is a special call, so is this just some of the,
That's correct. We did not have the opportunity to get everything on there, so that probably means that our next mini docket will be a little larger. Because we were under the impression that this meeting was only to cancel next week's and set a new date. We just did not have time to get everything in this docket that would typically be on a first docket.
so then my next question is, and I felt you were gonna say that, does that include all bills will get paid, the regular bills on the 15th of the month, or would they have to wait till the
Yeah,
next?
so anything that cannot wait until the next docket that did not make this docket will be done on a mini docket.
Okay,
So that's our normal routine bills. And of course, electricity, gas, those types of things are typically paid on the mini docket anyway.
okay,
So we will ensure that everything is paid timely.
okay.
All
All
right.
right.
Thank you so much. Do we have any further questions or discussion?
Call for the question.
All right, question's been called. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Thank you. Next item.
Next item is a request for approval of the first January 2026 mini claims docket.
What's the pleasure of the board?
So moved.
So move.
Motion made by Alderwoman Irving and seconded by Alderman Davis.
Mhm.
I think, or unless I got that.
Yeah, that's correct.
All right. Discussion.
Well, I did, and I just was looking to see here, it's gonna be, fund number 001553665. I see that now. We've always had this. I do agree with that, but that dollar amount changed. Does that mean that we've added more lights?
I can go and pull that to see if
Okay.
there's additional lights or if that was, maybe not a one bill kind of thing because of the missed docket at the end of December.
Okay.
That kind of thing. That may be a double.
Okay,
But I will check on that. Just to
All
make
right.
sure.
Thank you.
thank you.
Any further discussion? We'll call for the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Next item.
Okay, next item is a request for approval of the December 2025 personnel report.
It's a pleasure.
So moved.
Second.
Alderman Davis has made the motion. Alderwoman Irving has seconded that motion. Any discussion? The question has been called. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Next item.
So the next item is just the discussion of scheduling the next board meeting. So that was taken care of this evening, but I guess, probably need something on record that you all are canceling next Tuesday's board meeting since you will be at MML.
Make a motion to cancel the next
Okay.
meeting.
Motion has been made by Alderwoman Smith,
Second.
seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion?
When will we come back with the date then, Mayor?
And
This
we
is
will
it?
have
This
our
would
next
take care
regular
of it?
meeting
The 4th?
as scheduled on the fourth Tuesday at 6 p.m.
Yeah, so that would be January 27th.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. Next item?
The next item, I am actually going to, that was the resolution approving the execution of the delegations of authority for 3 trust accounts with Regions Bank. I'm actually going to ask to hold off and address that at our next board meeting because I have been approached and got some questions that some of the older people would like answered and doing a little more research. for them.
Okay. All right.
So then my final item would be a request for approval of the lease agreement, the contract with Concordia Bank and Trust for the NAPAC parking lot. This was actually supposed to be under the city attorney's report, so I'm going to defer to him if you all have any questions about that.
So do you need a you're gonna let him do it?
Um,
Okay, the motion, okay.
Motion first. Who wants
So
to make the
moved.
motion?
Second.
Motion by Alderwoman Irving and seconded by Alderwoman Smith. Discussion?
No,
Mr. Lazarus, you're recognized.
This is the lease between the city and Concordia Bank for a parking lot for NAPAC.
Mhm.
The original amount was $1,500, it's changed to $500. This lease is also for $1,500.
Okay. And that is on the 1,500 is payable
At the time of execution, which is now,
Mhm.
it's for the year of 2026.
Oh, okay, all right. And I believe the proceeds of this are going to NAPAC.
That's correct.
I
That's
want to
right.
ask you a question.
So I have a question too.
I talked to Megan about
I'm going to ask us to hold on this
Okay.
because I have some questions. And
Okay.
just looking over a couple I want to get resolved. I believe they are already, utilizing
That's
the
correct.
spaces.
Yes.
But I want to make sure we get the lease correct before we pass it. And this is the first, unfortunately, with the start of the new year, this is the first I've actually been able to look at it myself.
Well, it had a
This-
few,
This lease is identical to the previous lease. for
There's
that,
still some
Yeah,
things.
so, but I
It
just
is.
want to let you know that we did not make any changes from how it previously read.
right. And so,
Yeah, I want to, I just need to confirm some things before we vote on
Yeah,
this.
sure.
That's fine.
Because.
So are
our
they
last
already
conversation with them was
parking?
not in here.
Okay.
They're using the park.
they're
They're
using the park.
using it, I just want to make sure we get this totally correct before we vote on it. If you would withdraw your motion, we'll hold it for the next meeting.
I withdraw my motion.
Okay, and so we will make sure we get this, okay?
It doesn't matter.
Because we have already voted on this. I wanna
We have
make
not,
sure-
Mayor. We tabled it.
actually,
We voted on the.
no, we did,
already.
we instructed them to prepare, but we voted on going forward and that
No,
was a
we
couple
tabled
months
it, Mayor. We
Oh.
actually I have that in the note,
ago.
because
Okay.
someone else mentioned it, but it
All
was
I know
actually
is we've
tabled.
discussed various things. I've got to make
We
sure
did.
they're all in here.
Okay.
Okay,
I mean, I understand that, but no, it was tabled.
okay. We will now have the city attorney's report. You withdrew the motion. We'll put it on hold. Okay,
This is the lease, the agreement with Concordia Parish. This is for inmate treatment at Trinity Medical. This too is the same as last year. Even though we have fewer inmates and the cost is less, the agreement is still the same. Agreement for provision of medical service for inmates housed at Concordia Parish Sheriff's Office.
So moved.
okay. A motion has been made by Alderwoman Smith, seconded by Alderman Davis. Discussion?
I got a comment. I don't
Yes,
have a
Alderman
discussion.
Frazier.
I would just like to simply say, all these lease agreements and everything that we're doing for these inmates, house now inmates. And to me, like I said, this is just my personal opinion. I think that the city of Natchez and the county sheriff all to get together, we need to build a complex. We need to prepare for the future. We can sit here and spend all this money on these, pay these house, these inmates. And I know they didn't have discussion over to the county about building a new center. I believe stuff online. But Natchez, Adams County need to plan for the future. We need to build a complex for the both police and sheriff department. Have our own court system where we won't have to be ripping and running. We spending money. I understand about Sheriff Travis Patton. I talked to him, and to be honest, me and him is on the same page. Because right now, we have a facility that's not adequate enough to house people out there in the city. They don't have a facility adequate enough to house anybody. That facility was built in 1975, the sheriff department.
Right.
And the first time they opened it, the first day they opened, somebody escaped from it, the first week or two. So that's just my comment. And, like I say, I just like to get it out to the public. We need to plan for the future. We can find money for everything else. I think we can find money for a new complex.
Thank you, Alderman Frazier. Thank you. I want to make one comment, and that is that having been in this business before as a consultant, I want to make sure that we are aware that under Mississippi law, municipalities only have to pay Medicaid rates for care of inmates. And so I would hope that when we get these bills, that they are repriced. And the hospitals understand that. And
But
And so I'm just wanting to make that comment.
Since
Yes.
Medicaid, right?
Yes, Alderwoman Smith.
I just want to, this is for
Right.
medical care services,
Right.
so we want to pertain to the medical
No, that's
care.
not, no, it's just
Mhm.
housing, I think.
No,
No, this is a
for
medical
care.
service.
Did you read it?
Yeah.
But see, but like,
This is just for
medical services.
we paying the house bill on it too.
Yes, but this is only the agreement on medical.
That's correct.
That's it.
Okay, this is for medical.
This is for medical.
Have we seen the new medical plan that's been changed this year, or have everything changed?
It's-
You know,
No,
everything Medicaid and all that been changed.
it has.
But this
It is.
basic agreement is the same every year, but the law protects us. We need to
Some
make
gonna
sure
change here.
Medicaid rates are followed.
Okay.
I will call the question.
Call.
We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. Madam Clerk, if you do need any help when we get these medical bills, having them passed by a Medicaid experienced consultant?
That is actually handled out at the police
Police
department
department.
when they verify which inmates are actually city inmates, if they've been bound over and whatnot, if the charges are really even city charges.
Yeah.
And then they also, what happens is the hospital, we recently looked into this to make sure that it was all happening. So the hospital sends the bill, but the police department is waiting until they get a follow-up statement, which has that discounted rate listed, and that is, we pay based off of the discounted rate.
Okay,
So
thank you
that
so
is
much.
happening.
All right, Alderman Frazier,
Uh,
we have already voted on the motion.
I understand that, but I think, I got a commander sitting over there who ran the jail. Commander Jones, maybe he can explain to us how that.
We've already
Okay, but I'm-
we've already voted on the motion.
Okay, thank
I just
you.
want to make
We'll move
sure
on
that
then, 'cause like I said, I gotta
process
get
is
out.
being followed. All right, we're to my report. I want to just say Happy New Year to everyone. The future of workforce development. It is exciting. And yes, Alderman Davis, we were glad to be there yesterday for a historic moment when we saw the graduation of our Electric Corps 1 students. One of those students already gotten a job paying $25 an hour before he even completed the program locally. We have so much opportunity now for us. Right now, just last weekend, a job search on the Glassdoor job app for a 35-mile radius from Natchez showed over 1,300 jobs available. We have got to ramp up workforce development like never before because we need qualified employees to take all the jobs that are now available throughout our area. In addition to that, there are great needs throughout Southwest Mississippi. And we are so grateful for the job that's been done by Tawana Williams, our director, now former director as of this week because she has just started co-lin this week. But Tawana Williams, also Lakeisha Davis and Catherine Parker. They've done a fantastic job getting this going. I see Ms. Davis, I believe, right over here. And Ms. Davis, thank you. Really great job. Now, we've got to talk about the future. It was never my intention, and I don't think it was anyone's intention on this board that we just increase the size of local government in order to increase the size of local government. No, we took on this workforce development to make sure the job got done. And it has been getting done. And I want to say today, wow, mission accomplished. We now over $2 million in grants, very little public funds from local economy, local tax dollar. And look what we've done. All of the trades, everything that's now happening, including free instruction for computer skills through our coding academy. So many great opportunities. And these individuals yesterday, not only did they get their certifications, they also each got stipends, $500 a piece.
I saw that.
And this is free training. This is going to absolutely change everything in our region. Now, I believe Tawana Williams has done an outstanding job. I'm excited that Co-Lin has recognized this and brought her on to direct these programs now for Southwest Mississippi. We also have to acknowledge that the way everything was set up in the state of Mississippi, workforce training is naturally supposed to flow through our community colleges.
Absolutely.
And I believe Tawana Williams is irreplaceable. Why would we want to replace her? And why would the city want to do anything that competed with our local community college? It's all about partnerships. And this partnership has really been working. The city, the county, the school board, Colin, the Fallon Center, even Alcorn, and area employers, Natchez Inc. It's been a real success story. But we now have an opportunity to go to another level. Last summer, my peers, other mayors, elected me to be president of the Southwest Mayors Association. And I have been excited to serve in that capacity. And in talking to other mayors, there is a real need for workforce development from not only Natchez to Woodville, but across to Macomb, Monticello, up to Port Gibson, Roxy, Meadville, and all places in between.
Absolutely.
So this is the vision that Tawana Williams has in now working with Colin. And I believe we as a city need to support this vision, and that rather than replace Tawana and try to keep something going that would be in competition with our major partner, we need to collaborate with our major partner. And so I would like to entertain a motion today. And the motion would be simply this, that the city of Natchez begin the process of moving toward a collaboration, partnership for workforce development with Copiah Lincoln Community College for the entirety of the Natchez, Miss Lou area and Southwest Mississippi, with Tawana Williams as the director, and that we, during this time, hire an interim director for a few months to manage the process of making this partnership happen according to the dictates of our national and state partners, especially as it pertains to grants. I've already met this week with officials with the Delta Regional Authority. They're in full support of this. As you know, a good bit of our funding has come through the DRA, and they have said that very quickly and easily we could work with them to bring Colin in as a sub-grantee, as a sub-award grantee. That would basically allow the grant funds that we have for the program to continue and to flow through Colin and not have to worry that we are doing something in competition with them. Also included in this, and this is very important, is we would ask that the Adams County Board of Supervisors and the Natchez Adams County School District immediately approve this measure in their own accord, so that we all stay on the same team and keep doing the same thing, but with a bigger focus. And I believe we will see more funding coming because we'll have other communities involved. Copiah Lincoln will be able to bring more funds into this program, and it will also be less of a financial burden just on the city of Natchez, because this will be spread now throughout the region. This will be the first of its kind, as far as I know, in the state of Mississippi. Workforce development has been going on in localized areas. We're talking about a program now under the auspices of this arrangement and Colin, the city of Natchez, that will benefit the entirety of Southwest Mississippi.
Because this is not the first program now. There's one
No,
North
no.
Mississippi. Okay.
I'm talking about the first
Okay.
to actually go this wide, this large.
Okay.
And it
Yes, I
all
know North
happened and
East
started
County Community
in
College.
Natchez.
So moved.
Alderman Davis
I'm
has
not-
made the motion.
Mhm.
Alderwoman Smith has seconded the motion.
Mhm.
Do we have further discussion then?
Yes,
I-
sir.
Yes, Alderman Frazier.
I'm all for this. But you haven't talked to the school board members of the board of supervisors. They're
Actually,
not on board.
I proposed it to them in public yesterday, during my speech at the graduation ceremony, and the comments were well received by Supervisor Hutchins, who was in attendance, President of the Board of Supervisors, and by Zan McDonald, Superintendent of the School Board, who was also in attendance. And we will follow up with them. I believe during the process, it will be a few months of collaboration. We will need to hire an interim director, and we're going to have a brief discussion on that during executive session today, so we can get this process rolling. And then our interim director will be able to make sure all of the partnerships are brought into place and that the Board of Supervisors and School Board remain actively engaged and on board.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, sir, Alderman.
your intentions are very, very honorable, but what really vexed me is that we always had to be the first one to do it.
Mhm.
I don't know why, but I guess that's just you. But I think we do that. We should already have these people on board before we start taking any kind of action. That's just my comment. But like I say, for the workforce development, I think it's very needed in this area.
Yeah.
So thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Alderman Frazier.
Mr. Mayor has
Yes,
something to say too.
Alderwoman Irving.
I agree with everything that has just been stated from
Yeah.
my colleague. However, I just was asking funding. Everybody's still on board, and we have begun receiving the funding from the very beginning.
Yes.
I mean, that made up per salary, so.
And we still have that funding that will allow us to pay an interim director to get this all completed. And I would expect it shouldn't take more than 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
And we'll have
Just-
more discussion about who that person will be
Mhm.
after we've had our executive session.
But I'm all for it. It
Yes,
is
Alderwoman.
truly,
I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, it is truly an opportunity, it gives a sense of hope. Okay, and it educate people where they can find jobs that will compensate them so that it would increase the quality of life of an individual.
Yeah.
That's what workforce development does. Prepare a skill and change the mindset of people as well to continue to move forward with life.
And do you know, it was shared yesterday by the Delta Regional Authority executive who has been managing our grants, Daniel Musgrave, that one of our goals was to have over 200 professional certifications awarded in the first 2 years, and we have surpassed that goal. Over 200 professional certifications have already been presented to area students who have been in this program over the last 2 years. That is an outstanding accomplishment. Yes, Alderwoman
Just
Smith.
quickly, I want to thank you for hustling on this because this hasn't been much time
No.
between, Tawana leaving and this. And since we fund 2/3 of this, I don't think anybody's going to have a problem with it. So thank you.
Thank you, Alderwoman Smith.
I'm calling for the
All
question.
right, the question's been called. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye. All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. Well, all right, mission accomplished. Let's get going to the next level. And we will have a brief executive session in just a minute because I have one more thing I've got to let you know. Aldermen who are going to Jackson, we had a conversation with our lobbyists this morning, and do be prepared that on Wednesday morning, the conference starts around noon on Tuesday, but on Wednesday morning, we are expected to meet at the state capitol. There will be a briefing for all city officials on the Senate side of the Capitol in room 216, starting at 9 a.m. And then after that meeting, we are going to make some visits of some of our legislators, probably between 10 and 11. There is a board of directors meeting at 11:30 and more conference activities. But we are going back to the Capitol again for a little more visiting on Thursday after the main meeting ends. Your attendance on Thursday, I'm going just to make sure I hit as many legislators as I can before I come back to Natchez. Your attendance Thursday is not as important as your attendance on Wednesday.
Okay.
And we will be seeing several of our legislators, both House and Senate, on Wednesday morning between 9:30, 10, and 11:30.
So that means we drive over instead of waiting on the bus, because the bus is not gonna get you there on.
Hey, I don't know.
We have a different venue. We're not at.
We stand at the,
West.
There is
no,
a
no.
bus service though, and it
But, yeah,
should,
You had to walk or drive. You hit across.
it's a bus transport.
there is a bus
But at the
transport
Westin,
and you
though.
should be able to make it to the
Where's
west,
the Hilton?
from whichever hotel you're
I mean, where's
staying
the Hilton?
to the Capitol by 8:30, because that's when it all starts. Just make sure you're at the Capitol by 8:30 Wednesday morning.
Okay.
All right, y'all, I am now going to, say that we need to have an executive, a session. And we're going to, be, having our closed determination here out in the open. So I am going to call for a motion to have a closed determination for purposes of going into executive session.
So, second.
Motion made by Alderman Davis, seconded by Alderwoman Irving. We will have now a discussion. We'll call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, motion carries. We will have our closed determination here in the opening. We have a personnel matter to discuss pertaining to workforce development. And that is all that will be discussed during our executive session today. I will now ask for a motion to close our closed determination.
So
and return.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Davis, seconded by Alderwoman Irving. We will call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The motion carries. We are now back in regular session. I will now need a motion to go into executive session for the purposes already discussed.
So move.
Motion made by Alderwoman Irving, seconded by Alderwoman Smith. Discussion. We'll call for the question. We'll proceed to a vote. All in favor of the motion indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion carries. We will have our executive session. The live feed will end right now. We will make a report of our executive session at the end of the meeting. And anyone who has questions after the meeting, and if you're not able to watch it on the live feed, just reach out to me. I'm always happy to talk to you. And I know there's some members of the press listening, and they may want to reach out, and you're welcome to always.
Mr. Mayor.
All right.